So I finished the green tea and moved on to iced water, apparently. Don't ask me what's with that, because it's still the middle of winter, but iced water is still a thing. On top of that, I would like to point out that this is not a paid promotion, because nobody's going to pay me for the views that I don't get to promote their tech product. But it's Tech Tuesday's video on what is now technically a Thursday, so we're only late, not late. But anyway, let's go with this. So the product that I'm talking about today is called Notion. And it's a product that I was introduced to. It's actually more of a service, I guess, than a product. But I was introduced to it at a project that I'm doing work on and doing an increasing amount of work on, but that's not important. It's where I found it. It's where we're using it. And I find it really, really, really good. So let me explain at a very basic level. It's used for, or can be used for a bunch of things. It can be used for just note-taking, documentation creation. You can make a wiki on it, a wiki type thing on it. You can do task lists. You can do all sorts of things. But the really cool thing is that it's just so, while being simple on the surface, everything in it seems to be data-driven and database-driven, which is really, really cool if you like to get into all the tech stuff. Or if you just want to do some powerful things, like there's the options there, and the more you dig into it, the deeper it goes. Sort of to its detriment sometimes, though. It gets a little bit complicated if you try and put too much detail into it, and that's been a little bit of a struggle and battle that we've been having with it. But just case in point, on a practical level, I'm looking at, ages ago for note-taking, I moved away from Evernote because they decided that you could only have it on 2 devices. And then suddenly they decided that one of those 2 devices included the web interface. So even if you didn't want to access your data or your notes, and this is on the free plan, on the web interface and one other device, then you got to pay. And I was not keen. 1, because I'm cheap, I guess, but 2, because I wasn't really using it for a huge amount of stuff. I can understand if you want to pay as a business on enterprise level to use this stuff. Great, to do all your document management, sharing, all the rest of it. Actually, I think we did a little bit of that. But anyway, sure, enterprise, go for it. But, if you want to offer something for free and then suddenly decide to charge for it, log me in LastPass, then, you know what, I'm going to go away from that. And that's just, I don't know, I just disagree with that. But anyway, so I moved from Evernote to Google Keep, and then from Google Keep, because that wasn't really good for lots of little bits of information, lots of long-term big sort category. It got messy real quick, and there was features like you couldn't export and stuff. But anyway, then I moved to OneNote. But the thing that I didn't like about OneNote was that you just couldn't store stuff in plain text, strip the formatting out. Whatever you pasted in got the formatting, and personally, I hate Microsoft Office's default font of Calibri. If we uninstall that from every system, everything would look a bit funky, so maybe let's not do that. So, I don't know, it's just, ever since the first time I saw it, just never sat well with me. But anyway, look, Notion takes care of all of these things. So one, it's doing, I'm looking at using it for my note-taking. I haven't actually imported everything in there yet, but it is a very strong possibility. What I have got it to take over, though, is my task list. All my task lists now, and I've changed from, what did I start with? Probably just notes within Evernote or Google Keep or whatever I was using at the time. Actually, it was Google Keep, Evernote, then Google Keep, and then it moved to ClickUp, and then from ClickUp I moved to Asana, and now from Asana I've moved into Notion, because it can do that too. I'm also getting it to just be my notepad for anything, little bits and pieces when I want to close my tabs, and I am closing my tabs now. If I want to save the link, it goes in there to be catalogued either for information or to check up on later. That then goes into the get things done methodology of just getting stuff down and getting it out of your mind so you can free up your mind and brain CPU cycles to focus on other things. But anyway, look, case in point is it has a wide range of uses, and it can be anything from really, really simple to really, really complex. But the one really, really cool thing which you can go and see straight away is that you can actually publish pages from it. So if you have, or documents from it. So if you want to make them publicly accessible on the internet, You just click, like, go into the option, click the button, and it's available for the general public to see. There's some tricky stuff you can do to actually use it to make a website. So if you want to go and see what the result of it is, you can go to blog.nathansito.com, and that is now powered by a section of my Notion account. Anyway, if you're one of those people who likes to check out new things, who's into new things, especially if you're like a programmer or coder, that's the same thing, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, you can bash me for that later if you disagree. Only virtually, not in person. But go check it out, because it actually has the function to put code in, and it's really quick and simple. It strips formatting out. It has a code box, and you can tell it what type of code you're actually putting in there. So for this particular project that I'm working on, or working on with other people, that one, it's been really good for that, because you can tell it, like, it's this type of code, or it's this type of script, or whatever, and it then parses it and color codes it automatically for you. Just in case you didn't notice, I quite like this thing. So yeah, please go check it out if you think it sounds like something that will be of value for you. If you've got any questions, I'm only just like, a week and a half into using it, but I'm liking it and finding stuff left, right, and center in it. So go check it out. Mind you, though, if you dive too deep, like I said, it'll get complicated and you'll probably be totally put off. And I just realized I'm talking really, really fast, and probably you got none of that. www.notion.so. Go check it out. See if it's any good for you. It's done it's got a wide world of uses for me. So yeah, maybe it'll be helpful to you too if you use something like Evernote, OneNote, Google Keep, and a task list, and do projects and want to put all that in together. Go forth and enjoy. But yeah, I hope you're having a great day. I hope to see you next time, and I hope that you, let me get this right, follow, no, like, no, it is follow or subscribe, and then you can see me next time too. That's it. Thanks. Bye.